28851, turn right heading 180. Order 14 Papa, turn right 245, report localizer established.
Hey everyone, welcome back to DJ's Aviation. The situation at Air France has been fascinating for quite some time now. Months back I covered the situation at the airline in a video and discussed what their future might entail. In recent days we've learnt a whole lot more about what exactly the future will hold, and it's quite big news. We begin, however, with the news that Air France will be removing half of their Airbus A380 fleet. The airline currently operates 10 A380-800s, but will eventually just have 5 in their fleet. The leases of 2 of their A380s will expire at the end of 2019, meaning these 2 will depart the airline then. 2 years later, in 2021, Air France will see another 2 lease contracts expire for the A380s. The announcement comes as Benjamin Schmith was appointed as the CEO of Air France and the KLM Group as of September the 30th this year. With his arrival came many changes to the way Air France and also KLM would operate in the future, and the removal of the A380 is only the first in a handful of other changes expected. These changes come after countless strikes took place throughout this year by Air France employees. The strikes saw an 81.6% drop in profits for the first quarter of this year, a drastic drop. This was therefore a concerning time for the airline. However, it has recently attempted to fix the employee satisfaction levels by signing a new agreement which involves employee compensation. Why is Air France removing half of their A380 fleet though? There are a few key reasons as to why this decision has been made. The first is that Air France believes the A380 is too big for their current network. Essentially they feel that they could operate say 5 on their current network, but the extra 5 aren't needed and they are struggling to fill them and also find routes where the demand is high enough to warrant a double-decker Airbus A380. It's a concern that was outlined at the beginning of the A380 program and is also felt over at Boeing with their 747-8. These aircraft have such large capacities that for the majority of airlines, the risk of not filling the aircraft up is far too high to warrant an order for the jet. With these jets costing hundreds of millions, it makes them one of the most expensive aircraft on the market. Additionally, the A380 isn't efficient enough for Air France. This is something Airbus was hoping to change with their A380 Plus, an aircraft that had housed brand new wingtips to increase efficiency. It takes a quick look at the Air France fleet though, which consists of the A380, A321, 777, 787 and A350, to see what they are looking for, and that is efficiency. And these aircraft offer that. The A380 is simply more expensive to operate and has now become no longer feasible for them to fly. Before the announcement was made that Air France would remove half of their A380 fleet, it was expected that all their A380s would be refurbished and redone. The aircraft would see a brand new business class seat installed, which would see a lie-flat bed introduced. Air France still at this stage does plan to redo the business class on the A380s that they intend to keep, not the ones that they will be removing. The news of this means Air France is now the second airline following Singapore Airlines to remove some of their A380s. We've seen 2 of the Singapore Airlines A380s head to High Fly, where they now operate charter flights and on leases with other airlines across the world for short amounts of time. For example, we've seen it fly with Norwegian on their Gatwick to JFK service. This was when Norwegian was experiencing troubles with their 787 aircraft. It's unclear at this stage what will actually happen to the Air France A380s once they're gone, but airlines around the world may actually be interested in taking on board some high-capacity aircraft like the A380 for a cheaper than usual price. What are your thoughts on Air France removing their half of the Airbus A380s from their fleet? Let me know in the comment section below. As always, I'd like to thank you very much for tuning into this video of mine, and I do very much look forward to you all joining me in the next one.